What else is in the portfolio? And is there anything else that you're looking at? I know you like to keep it simple. And I guess I'll throw one in there. Have you done any work on the Ton ecosystem? Just because the narrative obviously is they got 900 million users using the app. And then now they have, a blockchain associated with it. It's still very new. And we don't know everything about those users and how many are bots and not, but it seems to be doing the opposite of most layer ones, which is let's build it and get the users. This has the users, and then maybe we can build something on it. So just curious what else is on your mind, or do you just try to keep things super simple?
Yeah, it's a great question. In the portfolio today, there's Bitcoin, there's Solana, there's one meme coin. We can talk a lot about meme coins, kind of our whole thesis on that. A friend of mine started it. I basically bought some because I wanted to kind of support him. It went up a lot. It grew into this, much bigger position than we had ever anticipated. I'm not going to say which one it is because, I don't want people to go and buy it. But if you think about that, if I'm going to commentate on meme coins or anything else, I probably should understand how they work. I should probably understand, what are the pros? What are the cons? I'm in a chat. I see how people are interacting. How are they thinking about it? What's the psychology? Are they buying this to get rich? Are they buying it as an FU to the system? Or are they buying it as entertainment? All of those things are in there. But if you notice, it's a very concentrated portfolio when it comes to crypto. And so I think about, I'm allowed two real positions at any given time. Ton is very interesting because of many of the things that you mentioned. Also, if you just listen to Pavel talk and you understand his history, his view of the world, he is the type of founder that we would love to back. But I'm only allowed two positions. And so I got the two positions I got. Maybe at some point in the future that changes. But by keeping it very concentrated, I am explicitly saying I want to understand as much as I can about the things that are in the portfolio today. One of the things about Telegram that I think is really interesting is it maps perfectly to how we build businesses. We build all of our businesses that we incubate, go get the audience first, and then build the product. If you have a distribution advantage in today's day and age, in the digital world, it is incredibly difficult for people to be able to compete with you because the only option they have is they have to rent someone else's audience if they don't have their own. And so by going and owning that audience, you have better unit economics. You obviously get better information and feedback. And then on top of that, you have a built-in user base. And so that is what they have done, right? How much marketing do all of these other applications have to do? All these other kind of crypto projects have to do? Whereas Telegram can simply roll it out to this huge user base. And even if 80% of all of those users are bots and fake, they still have probably more users than almost any other crypto product out there. And so they have a huge advantage. Now, one of the questions that I haven't spent enough time to really have an opinion on is where does the value accrue? Is it something where the value accrues to the equity, or is it something where the value accrues to the token? If it does accrue to the token, very interesting. But that's the type of stuff that I think, there's a lot of people in crypto specifically, but now even kind of self-directed investors in public markets, they're looking at things and they kind of take an amateurish analysis. How high do I think it can go? But if you go and you talk to the best investors, they will always ask, how low can it go? What are the risks? Where are the ways that I could put money into this thing and not get paid? How could I get screwed here? And so understanding how to do both analysis, what if everything goes right and what if everything goes wrong, is really important. And so I think that people in crypto are learning that, because a lot of them, frankly, don't have kind of traditional experience and or training when it comes to investment analysis. But as they pick that skill up, you're going to get more and more sophisticated people, which will then make the projects or the token issuers become more sophisticated as well, right? If you're just issuing a token and everyone's uneducated in the market, you can get away with a lot of stuff that you might not be able to get away with, let's say, in the public markets. But if it's a really sophisticated audience and they're starting to understand how this stuff works, now they're going to hold you accountable. They're not going to buy whatever it is that you have unless it fits some sort of framework. And so you see this perfectly in the public markets. Adam Newman and WeWork tried to go public. Public markets rejected it. And so that only happens because you had sophisticated people who could read the documents, who understood what was going on, who had a framework for how value accrues. And I think that stuff is coming to crypto. It just takes a long time. If you think of Ethereum, I think Ethereum launched in like 2015, if I remember correctly. We're less than a decade in. Then you go and you look at a lot of these other projects. It's super, super early. What happens? I have no clue. But what I do know is that there's a lot of people working on it. There's a lot of money flowing over there. Let's see.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.